Okay. So yesterday we saw about basics of computers and all, and we will proceed uh, with our class today. अखिलेश जी म्यूट कर दीजिए प्लीज.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
If we see the syllabus, the syllabus is again I am repeating that if we see the syllabus means it is some things are very you can say for a layman or to not meant for you, but as per the syllabus we have to cover it. It is a restriction, and after one or two lectures we will also be looking for LaTeX and a little bit of MATLAB also. LaTeX is something which is definitely going to help you. Now let's see what let me present something. Okay. Yes. I hope you all used dictation.io yesterday. It is one of the site which is useful when we do not know Hindi typing. Basically, we avoid Hindi typing, so dictation.io can be used. Let me share the screen. Okay, so we have 25 of you. Great, 26 including me. Okay. Yes. Yes. Now, is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, what we will see today is extension of what we all did studied yesterday. We will extend the things which we have studied yesterday, and then we will proceed further to cover the syllabus. As per the syllabus, we have seen what is Windows and what are the taskbar and what is computers. Now today we will see much deeper, or you can say little bit of more programming part we will cover. Now, computer understand only one language, as we know that language is called a machine language. And we make our programs in the language which is almost similar to English language. So this thing you can assume as if there are two person and one know Bengali and the other person know Marathi. And these two person wish to communicate with each other. The Bengali person wish to communicate with the Marathi person and the Marathi person wish to communicate with Bengali person. But they do not know the language of each other. So what is the solution they can take? What is the solution they can take? Any idea? Means how can they both talk with each other? So any one of you can answer this. Unmute yourself and tell that how will
Sir,
these...
we can use English, common to all.
No, Ranjana ma'am, I am saying that they know only one language. Marathi person know only Marathi, and Bengali person knows only Bengali, and they do not know any other language, but they wish to communicate with each other.
Yeah. They can body language or something, some different.
Okay.
Translator, they need a translator.
All of you please mute, है ना? एक साथ बहुत सारे जनों ने unmute कर दिया. Ranjana ma'am has said that they can use the body language or the sign language. Okay, this is one of the option. Yes, Jatinder ma'am was saying something. Yeah, Jatinder ma'am, tell.
Hanji. Sir, they will.
Hello.
Hello.
एक सेकंड सर, एक जना बोल रहा है. हाँ जतिंदर मैम, टेल प्लीज.
Hanji sir, actually I lost the signal. मेरे को मिल ही नहीं रहा.
नहीं, आवाज आ रही है आपकी पर.
आ रही है? अच्छा
हाँ जी,
सर, सर
हाँ जी।
actually they need one translator. They can need a translator in between for communication.
ओके, थैंक यू मैम, थैंक यू, थैंक यू मैम।
हेलो।
एक सेकंड मैम को म्यूट करने दें, फिर बात करते हैं।
हाँ,
जितेंद्र मैम
मुझे ये
म्यूट,
हो नहीं
हाँ
पा रहा, पता नहीं क्यों।
ओके,
हाँ
हो गया। हाँ जी, अब बताएं, कोई और बोल रहे थे, मुझे दिख नहीं पा रहा है कौन है। हाँ जी
हेलो
बोलें।
सर, दे कैन यूज इंटरप्रेटर।
दे कैन यूज इंटरप्रेटर, गुड अमित जी, म्यूट कर दीजिए। अभी ये ट्रांसलेट, हाँ अमित जी म्यूट कर दीजिए। इंटरप्रेटर, ट्रांसलेटर, ये तो मुझे पता ही नहीं है होता क्या है ना, वी डू नॉट नो दीज थिंग्स। एनीवन एल्स कैन आंसर? मीन्स हाउ विल दीज टू पर्सन्स कम्युनिकेट विद ईच अदर? ये दोनों जने कैसे बात करेंगे एक दूसरे से? Any idea? Means how will these two persons now? Though I know that many of you knows this thing, but still we are not getting the answer. No issues. See, how can these two persons communicate with each other? We are not thinking about in terms of computers or anything. In terms of computers, if we say interpreter, translator, these words are correct. Translator is correct in terms of normal language also, but to elaborate it more. See, one person is Bengali and the second person is Marathi. They want to talk with each other, but they do not know the language of each other. So how can they talk? Is they will take help of another person, a third person who knows both the language. And this third person who knows both the language will come in between of these two persons and he will help or assist them. For example, a Bengali person says something in Marathi. So the person who knows both the language, he will speak, convert it into Marathi and tell to the Marathi person. And whatever the Marathi person replies, the person who knows both the language will convert it into Bengali and tell it to the Bengali person. So this is how these two persons are communicating with each other. Now this third person who is doing this translation from Bengali to Marathi and Marathi to Bengali is basically called as a translator. है ना, जैसे जतेंद्र मैम ने कहा था that they will use a translator. But this translator is not a machine. This is a third person they have used basically. This is one of the approach which can be taken in human beings. Similarly, when we talk about a computer understands only one language, that is 0 and 1. And when we write our program or when we use Windows operating system, we even click. Whenever we are clicking a mouse, we are giving an instruction. So that instruction we are doing a click has to be converted into 0 and 1 and reached to the computer. When we are writing a program, we are writing the program in English, but computer does not understand English and computer is converting it into 0 and 1 and we are seeing the things in English only. So how this thing is happening is in terms of programming language, there is a software which has to be installed into the computer. A software has to be installed into the computer and that software works as a translator. Okay, that software works as a translator which converts the code of our programming language into 0 and 1 and reconvert the output of 0 and 1 into English and shows the output to us. Okay, so computer also uses a translator, and that translator is a system software. कल हमने बात करी थी, there are two types of software, application software and system software. So that translator is a system software. यहां तक कोई डाउट? Any doubt up till now? Sure.
No, sir.
Thank you. So that translator is the system software. Now अभी जैसे सर ने कहा था कि इंटरप्रेटर यूज करेंगे, उसके बारे में अभी बात करेंगे. For the time being, you have to understand only one thing, that computer is a machine. It knows only one language and that language is made of 0 and 1. Whatever instructions we give to the computer has to be converted into 0 and 1, and computer is converting it with the help of a software. Software is a system software and the broader category of the software is translator. उस translator के अंदर अलग अलग type के translator हो सकते हैं. There can be different types of translator within that translator category, but in broader category there is only one software which converts into system software and that software is a translator. Okay. Now, if we talk about programming languages, था क्या कि पहले if we talk about olden days, that people were very laborious. They used to study a lot and they used to work a lot. Now things are changing. People uh, say that we have become smarter more. So we do not do want to do wish to do so much amount of labor. We wish that we should have a simple code and we can do large number of things by writing a simple code. पहले जो languages होती थी, it was typical to learn and used to have lengthy codes. Now languages have become very easy and so many packages have come within the language that it becomes very simple. ओके अब लैंग्वेजेस पे ज्यादा बात नहीं करेंगे, बस बता रहे हैं कि देयर वर सो मेनी लैंग्वेजेस, इसमें बहुत सारी लैंग्वेजेस का नाम लिखा है, पॉटन, एल्गोर, फ्लो, कोबोल, सी, ए, बी, सी, बी प्लस प्लस, जावा, है ना. नाउ पाइथन हैज कम, सॉलिडिटी हैज कम, एंड सो मेनी लैंग्वेजेस हैव कम. So down the line there are many languages which have come now, and computer understands only 0 and 1. All these languages which you can see are almost similar to English language. The code is in English. So this has to be converted into 0 and 1 with the help of the translator. Okay, we can write down the code in any language, but it has to be converted. And language is something by which we all join. Means if I am connecting with you, it is only because of this language. Means I am using either English or Hindi to communicate my words to you. So language is something which binds us. Okay, so similarly in computers, language plays an important role. To give any instruction to the computer, we have to write either a program or we have to use a program which is already there in the computer. For example, मैं इसलिए इतने stress दे रहा हूँ कि आप Windows पे click भी कर रहे हो mouse से, then also you are executing a program of Windows which is predefined. System software में पहले से बना हुआ है, तो आपके click से जो जादू हो रहा है उसके पीछे भी एक code लिखा हुआ है. Okay. So everything depends upon the programming language, and computer is understanding it by using a translator. Now, if we see the evaluations of the programming language, if we go through those evaluations, there are different type of languages. Means it is divided into 3 basic types. Basically, the first language which computer understands is a machine language. Okay. Now, computer understands only this language. But slowly, and people were also working, they're writing their code in machine language only. हर इंसान machine language में code लिखता था. ठीक. Slowly and slowly, people said that we should adapt some language which is more easy to write the code. So they converted their code into means they adapted another language which is called assembly language. Okay. So they adapted another language which was called assembly language. Assembly language was mixture of machine language and some part of high level language. Okay. Now this some part of English language, some part of English language. Now this English language code has to be converted into 0 and 1. उसके लिए जिस translator का use हुआ, उस translator का नाम दिया गया assembler. So the name of the translator which is used in assembly language is called assembler. Okay. The translator which is used in assembly language is called assembler. Similarly, other languages came into the picture which were brought under the category of high level languages. These high level languages, the code is written in a language which is similar to English. मतलब English के alphabets को use करते हैं. And this code of English language is converted into 0 and 1 with the help of the translator, which is given a name compiler or इंटरप्रेटर. तो अब आपको क्या याद रखना है कि आपके पास 3 तरह के ट्रांसलेटर्स के नाम मैंने आपको बताया. वन इज असेंबलर, सेकंड इज कंपाइलर, एंड थर्ड इज इंटरप्रेटर. सो दीज आर 3 टाइप्स ऑफ कंपाइलर नेम्स: assembler, compiler, and interpreter. Assembler is used for assembly language. Compiler and interpreter is used for high level language. Now, before I proceed further, अभी मेरे ख्याल से गोपी जी ने ज्वाइन करा हुआ है, हमारे बीच में है. I received a call today और मैंने I didn't means one thing I slipped from my mind that I'll be taking a class tomorrow from 11 to 1, but then on 28th I will not be able to take the class. Okay, on 28th, that is on Saturday. So for Saturday, you can tell to Gopi sir and other that some other teacher can take the class. Okay, I just now it came to my mind when a notice came that on 28th we are having an internal meeting, so I will not be able to take the class. Okay, and then after 28th we will again join as per the schedule, means whatever schedule will be allotted and I'll be free. Then again we will continue. Tomorrow I'll take the class. Okay. Okay. So let's proceed. Just hold on. Yes. ये मैंने ऑलरेडी बोल दिया है, फिर भी आप एक बार पढ़ के देख लीजिए that evolution of programming language, machine language was the first language, which is the most basic type of language which can be used by the computer hardware. और एक बड़ी मजेदार बात है that there were different type of machines and each different type of machines a different type of language was used. Okay, there was a different language for different type of machines. Now the scenario has changed. We write a code in a programming language and the same code can be run in different type of machines. What is required is only the translator in between. Okay. Then came the second generation language, that was an assembly language. So you have to remember this part: first generation language, second generation language, and the third generation language. Okay, in assembly language there is a part which is very popular word, which is called mnemonics. Okay, what are these mnemonics? As you can see on the screen, this MOV, INT, LEA, these English like instructions, they are called mnemonics. These shortcuts, you can say, these instructions, they are known as mnemonics. Okay, now these mnemonics are converted into 0 and 1, and this conversion by 0 and 1 is done by this code of assembly language is converted into 0 and 1 is by assembler. Now why we call this code as an object code? ये जो machine code generate हुआ, why we call it as an object code? Now let's see who will answer this. Anyone from computers background, I think, can easily answer that. Why do we call this machine code as an object code? I'm waiting for your answers. Anyone? That why this code is called as an object code? We are converting a source code into an object code with the help of a translator, but why do we call it an object code? No idea. Strange. Now see, what is an object? इस केस में object क्या है? Machine. Very simple answer. What is an object? कि हम किसके ऊपर code convert करके run करेंगे? We are running the code into the machine, so the machine is our object. So the code which can be understood by that particular object, by that particular machine, is called machine code or object code. Okay, the code which we are writing, if we are writing in assembly language, is called an assembly code. There is an assembler, and this assembler converts the code into an object code. Okay, similarly we will see for high level language. Now you have to remember all these things for your exam purpose also. Okay, whatever things is on your syllabus and we are covering, do remember for your exam purpose also. Okay. Okay, now high level language, we shifted into the third generation language, we call it, and there are many languages in it: C, C++, Java, Pascal. There are so many languages, but we will not talk about it. एक सेकेंड, आप ही के यहाँ से फोन आ रहा है, क्यों कॉल आ रही है? So there are different languages and there are different people, those who are learning different languages, and they all are joined with the help of the translator. Okay, so that's all for languages. We will now shift our scope towards what is internet. Any doubts up till now? Koi doubt? Sure.
हेलो.
हाँ जी समीर सर.
हेलो.
हाँ जी समीर सर बताएं.
हाँ सर. सर प्लीज redefine mnemonics.
Redefine mnemonics. Okay. See, the code which we write in an assembly language, that particular code is called as a mnemonics. Mnemonics means it is a combination of high level language and basically the machine language. So a new word is given to it, mnemonics. For example, if we write a code, I'm not having the exact code over here, but a sample code is there. Let me share this slide. For example, this mov ax comma, this is written, you know, this code
Sir.
is written, move. So this is moving something into a register which is called ABC. These are the registers. We will not go into the details that these are the registers, and this is address, and the contents of this address is being moved into this register. This code is doing this thing. So this part, this instruction, we can say that this is the mnemonic. This MOV is basically a mnemonic. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Samir ji. Any other doubt? Okay, then let us proceed. Just give me a second. Now, before I proceed, I wish to know from you all what is internet. Use हम सभी करते हैं, है ना? I'm not willing to know any technical definition. Just what do we think? What is an internet? What are your ideas that what is an internet? Speak up, mute, unmute yourself, and answer this. बोलो यार, ये तो हर कोई बोल सकता है, हर कोई यूज कर रहा है. What is an internet? We will proceed when either one or two of you answer this thing.
So, yeah, this is a kind of facilitator for us through which we
Great.
can connect others, we can get knowledge.
Great, Ranjana ma'am. Great. See, Ranjana ma'am belongs to English, but she's always the first person to answer. You all should get
Thank you, sir.
you all should get inspiration from ma'am and try to answer. Yeah, please. Anyone else?
The combination of
Answer
different networks.
internet.
One by one. Who is answering?
The combination of different networks.
Very good, Sauravji. Combination of different networks. Very good.
The internet is an interconnection between different electronic devices via a services provided by Jio and Airtel and
Very well.
any ISP, internet source provider.
Great.
The
Great.
simple connections are coming under networks, but when they are provided the services via these ISPs, then it becomes an internet.
Great. Anyone else?
It is a network in which we can objects can exchange their data physically.
Great.
The internet is a vast network. Then the people can share the information from one to another or communicate with each other.
Great.
So myself Harivansh. Then actually basically communication between the two devices and a network of the heterogeneous system.
Sir, sorry, sir.
And
Disturbance
this
is
is
there.
based on
I
the
think
काफी डिस्टर्बेंस आ रही है हर सर. सौरभ सर, आप म्यूट कर दीजिए प्लीज. कोई बात नहीं. हम लोग भी भूल जाते हैं बीच में. गुड. हरविराज सर भी कुछ बोल रहे थे पर वो डिस्टर्बेंस था नहीं है. सो गुड मींस हाँ बताएं सर प्लीज.
So connection heterogeneous systems are connected with the wired and wireless network and come with the absence of global clock and absence of shared memory and communicate with the help of message passing and provide the services with the client server architecture model. This is called internet.
Great. Now let's proceed. All of you have answered very correctly that what is an internet, and different computers are connected together. We are accessing different information, and ma'am has even told about that there are internet service providers, those who are providing this. So we are connecting it. Basically means internet is something which has made things very easier for us, like Ranjana ma'am has said. So it is a technology which has made our life easier. We are connecting today in the class. Okay, so technically and both technically and otherwise also you all have explained what is an internet. Now I'm giving a small assignment. Means we'll continue with the class. That is not, but before I forget it, write, if you are having a copy or a pen or something, so write down this thing. write the spelling of internet with capital I, means beginning with capital I. Okay, note down, this is the question. Write down the spelling of internet which begins with capital I. Written. Now write down another spelling of internet which begins with small I. One spelling beginning with capital I and other spelling beginning with small I. Okay, I've given only two things. One spelling beginning with capital I and other spelling beginning with small I. So tomorrow you have to answer this, that what is the difference between these two words? The spelling is same, pronunciation is also same, but the only difference is one is beginning with capital I and the second is beginning with small I. Okay, now let's proceed. So that I do not forget, I have given you in between only this assignment that you have to do this thing and answer the query tomorrow. Okay, now when we connect different computers, there are different ways we can connect a different computers in our lab also, and from one place to another place also. We call this as a topology, and we call it as a LAN, WAN, MAN, but we will not go into the details of this, into the details of computer network. But we say when we connect the worldwide computers network and people can share their information electronically, like a big book with many web pages of different topics, can be accessed anywhere. So this thing has been made possible with the help of an internet. Internet is considered as the largest telecommunication system ever created. So till date, it is the largest telecommunication system by which we are communicating with each other. But when we are communicating with each other, there must be certain rules. Means when data is being sent from one computer to another computer, so this computer must be having certain particular thing so that it can be recognized. कि लोग कैसे जो cyber crime वाले होते हैं, cell वाले होते हैं, how do they come to know that this thing has been sent by this computer? So the computer must be having a particular unique distinction thing. So that unique distinction thing is called as an address of that computer, which depends upon which network he is connecting with. Now, depending upon the network, a unique address is being generated dynamically. It can be generated or it can be remained as a static also. And that address is known as an IP address. That address is known as an IP address. And there are different set of rules which governs that what file has to be sent, what syntax has to be used, how the document will be shared. And these rules are called in technical terms as protocols. See, I know that there are people from chemistry also, English also, other streams also. So I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Those who are from computers background, please do not think that you already know this thing and your time has been wasted. But we can't help it because this is a mixed crowd and we have to take things according to the crowd so that every one of you understand the things. So these set of rules are technically called as protocols. So this is one of the points which is important for your exam point, that what is a protocol. So protocol is a set of rules in computers, and these set of rules are known as protocols. And these protocols are used for transporting of files, for viewing of files when we are connecting to the internet. There are different protocols. Okay. There are different protocols. I'll name 3 protocols today. One is HTTPS. मैं सिर्फ वो 3 प्रोटोकॉल्स बोलूंगा जो आप लोगों के लिए बहुत कॉमन है, आपने सुने भी होंगे, देखे भी होंगे. So the protocol which is very common is, one of the protocol which is very common is HTTPS. जब हम कोई वेबसाइट खोलते हैं, अभी आप खोल के देखिए तो शुरू में लिखा रहता है, अगर अभी हम खोलने की कोशिश करें, शेयरिंग, okay, let me open it if it is visible to your screen. HTTP, if you can see on the screen, HTTPS. So this HTTPS is a protocol. The full form is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Hypertext Transfer Protocol. S stands for security, that the website which you are going to open is secured, is using certain cryptographic functions. Cryptographic means coding use करी हुई है उसने, ठीक है. So one of the protocol which is very common when we use an internet is HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So the full form of HTTP आप लोग note कर सकते हैं is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. ठीक. Other protocols also will come in between. I will speak of 2 more protocols and will show you, means दिखाऊंगा कि कैसे वो protocol होते तो नहीं है, पर हाँ कंप्यूटर में कहाँ पे उनके नाम लिखे हुए हैं आपके सबके systems में, so that you can know that this is the thing. Okay, so HTTP is one of the protocol we'll be using, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Okay, just a second. Just give me 1 second. Okay, let's. Yeah, so we continue with this. Now we come to history of internet. Internet की history क्या है? Means when did internet came into the picture and what is the history of internet? So the अगर पुरानी बात करें तो 1968 में the defense organization, means not of India, defense organization ने सोचा कि how they can communicate with different people of their organization. So they developed a network which was called DARPA, Defense Advanced Research Project Agency. And this gave birth to something which was called as ARPANET. They made something which was called as ARPANET. Okay. Then this thing increased in 1970 and different organizations, UCS, Stanford, they combined together and they gave birth to a new network. Then in 1974, another protocol came into the picture. मतलब 1968 से डिफेंस के लिए आप कह सकते हो कि डिफेंस organizations were linked with each other, okay, through this DARPANET. Then in 1974, the main protocol which is used for transmission from one end to another end came into existence, which was called Transmission Control Protocol, TCP, Transmission Control Protocol. And who gave this Transmission Control Protocol? ये आपको नाम याद रखना है, Windsurf. Okay, and on 1st January 1984, it was the first time when internet came into the picture with about 1000 hosts, which was used for massing, which was used by masses. And the another protocol which is very important in internet, which is called Internet Protocol, IP. हर कंप्यूटर के अंदर एक एड्रेस होता है, जब हम उसे नेट से कनेक्ट करते हैं, every computer is given a unique address and that address is called IP address, and the full form of this IP is Internet Protocol. So I told in very between that every rule is called a protocol. So in all these 3 protocols, the last word is P, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, Transmission Control Protocol, and then Internet Protocol. Okay, Internet Protocol. There are other protocols also, but we will not speak for these protocols. Okay, so the first thing started with ARPANET, then TCP/IP came into the picture, then Ethernet, then Internet. Okay, And then slowly and slowly websites and all things came into the picture, which gave rise to World Wide Web. And this is an old means slide which I'm sharing with you. And then things you can see that so many things came into the picture, iBook, Facebook. Now it was written a question mark in 2014. We are already in 2000. So this is a 6 years back photograph. Okay. We talk about the features of internet. All of you know it, but we'll speak a little on this. Any query up till now? Any query? I will stop sharing for a moment. Any query? No queries? Okay. Now, before we proceed with the features of internet and all these things, can you all tell me 2-3 things, and let's see means who can answer it. That what is a browser? Browser क्या होता है? Any idea? कोई भी आंसर कर सकता है. ब्राउजर क्या चीज है? What is a browser?
Sir, this side Neha. So basically, browser is a software application by which we can access the data from the World Wide Web. That means www.
Very good. Thank you, Neha. Any other? Anji, कोई और?
Browser is used for retrieve the necessary content that you want. That you search, that you want to search the any content from the internet, then you can browse. So that is browser, sir. The software application
Great.
actually.
Great, great.
So
Great.
it's an application.
Anyone
It's an
else?
Yeah, it's an application to search anything. Yeah, this is what I know.
Great. बिल्कुल सही आप लोग बोल रहे हो, है ना? So let's proceed. Let me share the contents again. And so what we are going to see now is things like this browser and all. Yes. The first thing which we are going to see is जब भी हम कोई वेबसाइट खोलते हैं तो www ये 3 www लिखे रहते हैं. So these, the full form of these 3 W's is means I'm trying to tell the very basic things which each one of us should know at least. Okay. Now these 3 W's is World Wide Web. World Wide Web. और मैं वाकई में वो चीज ध्यान में रख के कि जो हमारे यहाँ फिजिक्स के पुराने टीचर्स हैं, even in our college, chemistry के पुराने टीचर्स हैं, मैथ्स के पुराने टीचर्स हैं, if we talk to them, they do not know what is the meaning of www, what is the meaning of HTTP. And so this syllabus, I think, has been very meticulously made, keeping in mind these things only. I don't know who has made this thing, but I think it has been made keeping in mind that things that if some older person is doing PhD and he does not know the basic terminology of computers, so he should know it. So this is what I'm trying to fulfill my duty towards it as per the syllabus given to me. Now this www, but 90% of you I think must be knowing this. So this www is known as World Wide Web. Okay? The World Wide Web is accessed by a World Wide Web क्या है? एक तरह से आप कह सकते हो पूरी दुनिया में मकड़ी का जाला, है ना? जाला हो गया, मीन्स जाल एक पूरी दुनिया को जिसने जोड़ा हुआ है. That is a World Wide Web. Now, this World Wide Web, to access this World Wide Web, we require certain software in between so that we can access it. And there are different type of softwares through which we can access it. These softwares are basically called as browsers. So how can you access internet? You can access internet through browser. So browser is what? You can say that it is a software, it is an application software which is allowing you to access this World Wide Web. Okay. Now you can use this browser to open any web page. The page which you are opening is basically called as a web page. Web means that internet page. You can access it through this World Wide Web. Now, these pages, the most common language which is used to make लैब में आ तो गए थे सुबह आ तो गए थे हाँ जी है नहीं ना वो बोले सर बोले कहा मैंने उनको फोन किया वो बोले मैं सर को फोन करता हूँ एक एक सेकंड होल्ड करना है ना Very sorry yaar है ना whenever we are in office some disturbance keep on coming in between anyhow. So what is a browser? Okay, I was telling that whenever we have to make a website, so there are different languages which can be used to make a website, but the most common language which is used and which initiated this website work was HTML, hypertext markup language. So the language which is used, the pages which you see, so you can at least now, if you were not knowing, though majority of you must be knowing, you can say that the pages which you are viewing in a website is written in a language which is called hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language. Now this protocol HTTP itself includes the word hypertext. ये hypertext क्या होता है? Okay, any idea? So I'm again asking that what is this hypertext? I'm waiting for a moment that you have to answer what is hypertext.
Sir Ashish.
Yes, please tell.
Sir, a software allowing extensive cross-referencing between related sections of text and graphics material.
फिर इसको नेविगेट हाइपरटेक्स्ट को कि कंटेंट के अंदर कंटेंट जब हमें मिलता है किसी को हम मतलब एक कंटेंट से हम दूसरे कंटेंट पे पहुंच पाते हैं, दैट इज द हाइपरटेक्स्ट आई थिंक.
Great.
So basically it is a document presented on any computer.
बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. चलिए आगे चलते हैं फिर, है ना. मैं भी बता देता हूँ अपनी तरफ से. आप लोगों ने सबने सही बोला. There is nothing which is right or wrong. So hypertext means text है, उसके आगे hyper word लगा दिया. जब हम वेब पेजेस बनाते हैं तो एक पेज से दूसरा पेज, दूसरे पेज से तीसरा पेज, ये पेजेस खुलते जाते हैं. तो ये जो टेक्स्ट होता है जिससे एक पेज से दूसरा पेज खुल रहा है, दूसरे पेज से तीसरा पेज खुल रहा है, उस टेक्स्ट को एक लिंक बोल देते हैं, उसी को हाइपर लिंक भी बोल देते हैं. उसी को हाइपर लिंक भी बोल देते हैं कि हाइपर लिंक है, एक पेज से दूसरा पेज खुल रहा है, दूसरे से तीसरा पेज खुल रहा है ना. उसी को हम हाइपर टेक्स्ट भी बोल सकते हैं और हाइपर टेक्स्ट उसे भी बोल सकते हैं जिसमें टेक्स्ट भी है और इमेज भी है. ठीक है. सो हाइपर टेक्स्ट मीन्स अ टेक्स्ट विच इज linked with other things. जैसे किसी ने बोला नेविगेटर है, किसी ने बोला सॉफ्टवेयर है through which we can access other things, है ना. So our text having images and other things and which is having the links of other pages is known as an hypertext. So hypertext markup language is one of the language which is which was, you can say, now other languages are also become more famous and more useful, which is called hypertext markup language. Okay. Now, Yes. So this is hypertext markup language. Now just give me a second. There is some unavoidable work. So I'll just join within 2 minutes. Okay. Just join within 2 minutes. Yeah, very sorry to keep you waiting. There was some unavoidable work from.
It's okay, sir. There's no need.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, just hold on. So we were talking about browser and all. Yes, now आप लोग प्लीज म्यूट कर दीजिए, वॉइस इको हो रही है. व्हाट इज सर्च इंजन? अब ये अच्छा, मुझे आप लोगों से पूछना था पर वो बीच में डिस्ट्रैक्शन हो गया. एनी हाउ, नाउ सी वी ऑल यूज गूगल एंड टू फाइंड आउट different things. Now, let me clear 2 3 things. What is Google? Google is basically in the name of the company. Now, whenever we are opening a website, we are using one of the product of that company, which is called Google Chrome. We are using one of the product of that company, which is called Google Chrome. That was a browser. अगर इस वाली slide पे आऊं, so that was a browser, Google Chrome. That is a Chrome is the name of that browser by which we are opening different websites. So there are other browsers also like Internet Explorer, Mozilla, Safari, and there are different other browsers also, okay, which are used to open different websites. Another thing is search engine. Whenever we want, see, this is a huge amount of information is there around the globe, okay, and we want to search anything. So there are different search engines which particularly search depending upon the keyword we type, and they search in the database and they provide us the links of the programs, they provide us the link of the documents or the internet where these files are basically stored. And Google is a company which provides different products, okay, and this is there is a search engine of Google which is particularly called Google only. ये Google करना है ना? So Google is a company, है ना? All of us knows. So there is a search engine which comes of Google. There are other search engine also. Microsoft also has a search engine. Even Yahoo has a search engine. Okay, even Yahoo has a search engine. The email facility of Google which we use is called as Gmail. तो ईमेल को क्या बोलते हैं? जीमेल. ब्राउजर को क्या बोलते हैं? क्रोम ब्राउजर. और सर्च इंजन को जनरली गूगल बोल देते हैं. ओके, so there are different search engines. If we talk about these different search engines, Google is one of the search engine which is in high demand and which is highly searched, and there are different people those who search on it, and there is a large amount of hit ratio. But there are other search engines also like Yahoo, Bing, AOL, Ask, and there are many other search engines. Okay, so I hope what is the search engine is clear. What is internet, we have made a point. What are different protocols, we have made a point. So that's all for the basics of today lecture. Then means we will continue after 2 3 minutes also. So let's wait for 2 3 minutes, and we will continue with another slides and all. I'm stopping sharing this thing. Any doubts up till now, you are free to ask about search engine or anything. Then we will continue. Okay.
Sir, would you please repeat the full form of TCP?
Transmission Control Protocol.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So we just took a short break so that you all also can. Now, before we continue, let me tell you 2, 3 things in it, which is not related to the syllabus and all. That whenever we are going on these online lectures and all, do remember one thing, that harmful rays of the computers are harming your eyes. So do take short breaks, close your eyes, and if there is nothing to be seen on the screen, then do not see the screen continuously. You can put your eyes means on rest mode. Just listen to it means if you can listen the things, then you can just listen the things. There is no need to consider it with your eyes on the monitor. If you are just listening, then you can just listen the things if there is nothing to be shown on the screen. Now let's see that we were talking about TCP IP and all. So from where we can get this information means what is the IP address of our computer. So when you will click on means if you are connected to the net and you go to the network properties, like I'm going on my system, this is the network which is connected to me. There are different ways. I'm showing one of the way. You change adapter options, click over here, or go to Ethernet also you can go. And you connect, if we are connected to the local area network, we call out Ethernet and we call the properties of it. Okay. And when we come into this down internet protocol, and you see that internet protocol version 4, there are different versions. We click on the properties of it, you see that this is obtain IP address automatically. So an IP address is being given, and we are using a dynamic allocation of the address to the system. So it is giving an IP address is given automatically. Now above this IP address, there is another thing, though more technical thing, but I'm just showing it. We call it domain name system. Okay, so this domain name server addresses, system server address is also obtained automatically in our case. If I will not put this obtain IP address automatically, then this IP address we can give manually also over here. So there are 4 fields in the IP address, and these 4 fields can have any number from 0 to 255. Okay, just to tell you that where we find all these things. So this is how we search the things over in our computer, that what is the IP address of a particular computer depending upon the connection. Okay, any doubts if you are having? Then otherwise we'll continue for another half an hour. And this is one of the topic we have covered, the basics of computers and a little bit of programming languages and all. Now if you see in your syllabus, let me also check your syllabus. There are things like PowerPoint and Excel, LaTeX, MATLAB, research methodology also. Research part, though I have not to cover this, but I'll speak something on that also tomorrow or day after tomorrow. We'll take a lecture on this. Now, small things we will see for PowerPoint now, though all of you are well aware of PowerPoint, but as per the duty, we'll see small things of PowerPoint. Then we will wind up today's session. Okay. Now, this is one of the presentation for means how do we use Microsoft PowerPoint 2007. Now, what is a PowerPoint? PowerPoint is a software which has been given by the company called Microsoft. Means when we are making a presentation, this is not only the only software, but this is the most particular and the most used software. So PowerPoint is a software which is used for presenting the things. Okay. Now, when you have to present in any meeting or anywhere, so you make the things on a presentation. You can make slides and other things. Things like when I'm showing you, so this is a PowerPoint. The thing which is being shown to you, this is a PowerPoint. These are the slides. Okay. Now, there are things which is something is being new. In, I'm using PowerPoint 2010. The presentation is of 2007 because this is the most common office which is used by everyone. 2007 is the office which is used by everyone. So we are seeing this 2007. So if we see, means not even the presentation, see these are different tabs: file, home. If you are seeing my cursor, insert, design, transition, animation, slideshow, developer, PDF, and also PDF. This is something which is an extension. We will not talk about this. When we open this file, so if you have to make a new file, you will click on new. If you have to save, you will click on save. These are things you already know. I don't think that these things I have to tell you. And sometimes we want to save our file, instead of as PPT, we want to save it as PDF also. So when we click on save as, and it is giving us an option that you want to save as which version of PowerPoint. So you can change the version of the PowerPoint, and you can even save it as PDF, or you can even save it as MPG. So you see there are so many formats it is coming. So these are formats comes in new versions of PowerPoint. Initially, there were not so many versions were available to save, and other things you can use like smart art on the fly. Means smart art means when we are adding something into our PowerPoint and we wish to add it with some hanky-fanky designings, and if you wish to change the background, so you can take different designs. Like you can see if I click on this and I apply it on this, so the designs have changed. Okay, the background have changed, the designs have changed. Like this, if I apply on this, so this is changing. So these are different designs we can choose. Inbuilt designs are there, and we can change the designs as per our wish. Similarly, transitions are there. The transitions tells about that when we are using a slideshow, slide will come on the fly, it will fade or something. If we say that it has to fade, and if I run it as a slideshow, then you can see I am doing it with you. So things would be faded and all if we apply it on all the screens. So these are the things we can use of presentations. Now these is the tab which is visible, which is used for if we have to insert anything. Now you can even insert a picture, you can insert a table, you can take a photograph and you can insert it. Now when you all are taking an online lectures, you can even insert the audio. Means you want to record your lecture, so you can use this presentation to for recording also. You can insert it over here also. You can insert an audio also, you can insert a video also. The word art gives an option of where you can write in different words, different formats. This is a smart art. Then shapes you can use. Means if you want to insert a different type of shape, the shapes can be used in it. Okay, animations you already know. A slideshow is there, which is used for sliding the things. Okay. So these are the things you can add new slides. You can means if I'm on this slide, I wish to add any slide, I will make a right click and I will give a new slide. A new slide would be added. Okay, if I want to copy the same slide, I can click on this and I can copy that slide. Okay. So means so many things can be done, and there are different ways where you can view. Means you can view it as a slideshow, you can view it as a normal. This is a normal view. If you click on outline view, the view will change. See, this is an outline view. If I click on this, then all the slides would be sorted in an order. Okay. If I click on reading view, the bigger version would come, means the full screen will come. So these are different views. We can view all the slides. Generally, we take this as a normal view where slides are on the left and only the active slide is presented. Okay. So these are some of the functions. Then you can change the fonts, you can change the designs very easily. Like I change the design in front of you only, that these are different designs. You can see we are changing. Means these are some predefined designs. Okay, so depending upon whatever design is looking good to you, you can change the designs and all. Fonts you can change. Clip art you can insert. Using this insert option, you can insert any photo. Like I have inserted this photo. You can insert pictures and all the things. So I've told that you can insert word art. In word art, you can write your text in different colors. You can insert sound files, animations, transitions. You can in fact make different hyperlinks in your files, that when you click, different hyperlinks would be opened. So these are the basics of PowerPoint. As it is given in your syllabus, I have shown this to you, though I do not believe that this is required. Okay. Some queries I can see that kindly provide all PPTs or kindly provide all PPTs for exams. Okay, okay. I'll share the link with you and you all can have the PPTs. That is not a big issue. Other things I'll just share with you. It is not such a big issue. You can have the PPTs. It is not a big issue. Okay. Now, so that's all for today. I think I've shared the link with you for my YouTube channel. Most of my lectures are there on my YouTube, so you can go through this YouTube channel and subscribe on it. And I'll definitely share the PPTs. Give me a day. Tomorrow I'll put all the PPTs on the website and I'll share the link with you. Okay, no need to worry anything. Any doubts up till now? So 2 topics covered for today. I think enough for today. Yes. Tomorrow I'll be taking the class at 11 a.m. and day after tomorrow I'll not be taking any class. Tomorrow we'll be taking the class at 11 a.m. and tomorrow we'll be talking about research papers, indexing and all. Okay. And if we see this syllabus of unit 3, it says Windows of MS Word you all are using, but still I've shown you about MS PowerPoint. Tomorrow we'll be talking about research papers. Then we'll be see about one day we will talk about LaTeX, and one day we'll talk about Mendeley also. Excel also, if you think we can talk about. So we have seen what is fundamentals of computers, what is operating system and internet options. Okay, search engines and all. And tomorrow we'll talk about that how you can use internet more wisely for your research and how to do literature survey. What are different websites which will help you in the literature survey, and what is basically citation index and impact factor and all. Okay, so tomorrow at 11 we'll be meeting. Okay, thank you.